In this video, we are going to talk about cross-site scripting. And cross-site scripting is similar to SQL injection that we are talking to the server. But instead of writing down SQL statement, we can write down JavaScript statement. And it's the same weakness. I mean, the server should not be replying back to us. So it's kind of similar, except we are using JavaScript. Let's see how it's work. In JavaScript, in cross-site scripting, we have two different kinds. We have the stored and the reflected. So let's check the stored first. So if I click here, and assuming that this is a website, and many websites will have a page similar to that, that will ask you for your name, your feedback, a contact list, something like that. So if I write down here anything like test, and he will take those information and save them on the server. So as you can see, it will be saved on the server there. Now what if instead of writing down some information here in the message field, I will write some JavaScript comment. So let's take a sample comment that will show a message. So if I go there and I write down this comment, and this is actually just showing this message, which is JavaScript or XCSS attack. So if I click on sign in, it will show the message. What exactly is that? The meaning of that? That means this comment or this JavaScript comment has been executed on the server. Now whoever gonna open this web page, he will receive this message. So if you refresh, anyone who opens the page, he will have the message. So I was able to execute a comment that show a message on the web server itself. So that means the site is infected with JavaScript. Okay, how can we get advantage of that? I mean, what is the benefit of showing a message? No, we can write a script that can import some critical information from the server, like user session ID. So I can write a comment. So I'm going to write down anything, test ABC, anything. And we can write a comment like this one. And this will actually grab the session ID for user who is logged into the website right now. So he will not grab the username and password, but they will grab their session ID. And let's see, sign in. This is the first message because it will still, anyone who opens the page will still get this message. And this is the second message where we have the session ID of the user who is logged in. Right now I only have, this is my session ID. But if someone was logged into this website, I will get his username, his session ID. Now we can use the session ID in any other web browser, like in Firefox. There is a tool called Grace Monkey where you put the session ID, it will open the page where the victim is logged in right now. So you will not be able to know his username and password, but you will be logged into his account right away. So this is the cross-site scripting reflection stored attack. The reflection attack, now whoever log in, I'm going to get his ID. Reflected is similar, except it's done through the URL. So here, if we wrote anything like ABC and we click on submit, we are going to notice that inside the URL, let me just maximize that a little bit, you should find that the name ABC has been written here. So he's taking the number from here and he's using them inside URL. That means this site is reflected with is affected with reflected cross-site script. I can do the same, but I will write the JavaScript inside the URL. So if we took the first line, let's put another message. Reflected attack. And let's take that, and if I take this one and I put it inside URL, it should lead to the same result. So let's see, just increase the size so you can see what I'm doing, and here you go, and enter. So actually Internet Explorer has blocked that, but if the option was allowed, the browser is blocking that, we should get the same result. So how can I identify that this site is infected with reflected cross-site scripting? If you can see whatever you are writing here, it's reflected on the URL. Let's try the other one, but actually since it's blocking the script, it will not be working. So it's security inside the browser. But this is how it's working. So cross-site scripting, it's a different way or different kind of attack, but it's also an injection attack, like cross-site, like SQL injection. So this is how it can be done. I'm gonna add with this lecture description some of the SQL statements that you can use, so you can import from the server a lot of information, or you can redirect people to pages or stuff like that. So a document will be added that will guide you to some of the major comments in cross-site scripting. Thank you.